Stop saying put down your phone. That's the last safe space your kid has left. Have you noticed that when your child starts becoming withdrawn, moody, and refusing to leave the house, their phone becomes the one thing they absolutely won't let go of? You ask what's wrong, and they say nothing. You tell them they're spending too much time on their phone, and they snap back, "Leave me alone." They won't talk, won't socialize, won't face reality. You watch them scroll through TikTok and play games all day, their eyes glazed over, staring blankly at the screen over and over again. You're worried sick, but you feel helpless. You think they're unmotivated, rebellious, addicted to the virtual world. But have you ever considered this? They're not running away from reality. They're trying desperately to hold themselves together psychologically. They're using their phone to cope with an internal state that's about to collapse. Psychological research shows that emotionally struggling teens aren't just bored. They've lost their sense of control and meaning in life. The phone isn't simply an addiction tool. It's the only space they can still control, the only space that hasn't been taken away from them yet. They're already exhausted. They don't have the energy to deal with tests, criticism, indifference, or conflict. They can't even face their own emotions anymore. They feel lonely, powerless, and question their own worth. Am I completely useless? When they can't find achievement or belonging in real life, they search for some trace of their existence on their phone. A like, a comment, beating a level, anything that makes them feel, "I'm still okay." What you see is them doing nothing, but what you don't see is them using that phone to weather an ongoing psychological storm. They've tried to reach out, tried to ask for help. It's just that you've been too busy, too quick to respond, too used to shutting down emotions with logic. When they say, "I'm struggling," you respond with, "You need to be strong." When they say, "I can't take it anymore," you tell them, "Don't be dramatic." So they learn to stay silent, learn to pretend everything's fine, learn to use their phone to block out their feelings. Because they know you don't want to see their real emotions. You want to see the obedient, normal kid. But do you know what a real psychological crisis looks like? It's not anger or talking back. It's going silent. It's when a child completely loses the will to express themselves. So why do kids become more dependent on their phones when they're depressed? Not because they're lazy, degenerate, or just want to play, but because loneliness, anxiety, and despair leave them with no choice but to rely on those fragments of digital comfort. If you want to help them get through this, it's not about forcibly taking their phone away. It's about whether you're willing to enter their world instead of controlling their behavior. Listen to their pain instead of rushing to give them your advice. Understand their vulnerability instead of judging their lack of motivation. Give them a safe emotional container, even if it's just saying, "I'm here." As psychologist Winnicott said, a person can bear a great deal of pain as long as they know they are not alone. So when you see your child glued to their phone all day, don't rush to interrogate them. Try getting down to their level and gently saying, "Are you feeling kind of rough right now? Want me to help you get through this together?" They might not respond right away, but you've already planted a seed of trust and connection in their heart. The phone is just their temporary emotional shelter. You are the foundation they need to rebuild their inner strength.